Okay, you have to lose track of where you are. You have to lose track of where you are. So one way of saying this, and I'm talking about initial awakening here. I'm talking about approaching first awakening. And this happens in a different way in deeper realization. But when we're oriented to awakening, the sense of orienting yourself within thought, in one sense, is the problem. That is what we're doing to try to stabilize a thought identity. And thought identity is inherently uncomfortable, and it will become more uncomfortable the more you really look into what's happening. The more you become one-pointed, the more uncomfortable it gets, which is good. It's kind of fuel. It becomes a sort of positive feedback loop on itself. But what we'll try to do by habit to stabilize ourselves, but we'll think we're doing it, even sometimes think we're doing it to try to wake up. We'll try to understand awakening. We'll try to get our head around it. We'll, in all kinds of weird ways, like not just in yourself, with other people, getting in arguments online about all these minutia of awakening and spirituality and stuff. All that stuff is just another version or different versions of trying to stabilize yourself with your intellect. And again, it's so weird that it can parade, that activity can parade as being interested in awakening, wanting to wake up. And I've talked to many people who have gone through years of this until they finally start really waking up. And they realize, oh my God, all those years I thought I knew so much about it, but I was using my mind to stabilize myself. So that's the beauty of the one-pointed approach, or a one-pointed approach, or becoming very focused in consciousness, whether it's through a koan like mu, whether it's through an inquiry question, or a natural inquiry question that just comes to you. When we become one-pointed and focused, we have the opportunity. It has a lot of effects. We're letting go of thoughts, thought after thought. We're just kind of disregarding because we realize it's just another thought about something that's not happening right now. What use is that? A thought about 10 minutes ago. Well, that's not happening. So let's just discard it. This is more real, whatever this is, than any thought about the past or future, right? Or something that's not happening right here. So we're just disregarding those thoughts and letting them go. And that has a huge effect. But then a kind of meta effect of that is we lose scope in a way. We lose track of our orientation. And that's important. We have to do that. And what allows us to do that is that one point, really, is that it's almost obsessive, like this obsession with just mu or just who. If who am I is your question at some point, it can just be who or what is this or what am I? Just what? Just what? We become focused there, focused in there until we can let the structured perspective of where I am, who I am, what's going on right now, we can just let that sort of start dissolving away. And you kind of won't notice that dissolving, because if you're noticing it dissolving, that's more of the same. That's actually trying to keep it afloat. Don't worry about it. Let it go. So you can see how you have to go beyond some fear barriers for this. One way or another, you have to go beyond the fear barriers. And there's going to be fear barriers with letting go of your intellectual orientation to life, to spirituality, and to yourself. Whether it's philosophical, metaphysical, spiritual, doctrinal, it doesn't matter. You have to let go of it, right? Then you're in good territory. When you're willing to feel that fear and just keep going anyway, where you don't know where you're going, you don't even know what's going to happen, but you trust that the old ways aren't working anymore. The old ways are just sabotaging you. The old ways of spirituality, the old ways of conventional life, they're causing self-sabotage. They're causing pain and harm to ourselves and others. When we see this and we realize that, the selfishness rises endlessly, right? The bodhisattva vow, greed, hatred, and ignorance rise endlessly. I vow to abandon them. When we realize that, there's only one place to go, right? And that is to whatever that is that's beyond thought. We got to go there. And we can go there in that one-pointed way. That's the beauty of beyond thought, is it is one-pointed because it's not any specific thought. So there's, in one sense, in one way of feeling, there's only one direction. It has that one-pointed experience to it. There's one direction. And your mind's going to go, well, what's the direction? Mu. That's the beauty of mu. Or what? What is this? What? What? And then don't accept a thought answer. You'll move right beyond that question. Attention will move beyond the question and keep going. Don't stabilize with thought here. Don't construct some idea of how things are. Don't construct some reality. Don't grab onto some doctrine you heard that's really cool sounding, that sounds like what you're feeling. Don't do it. Let go, let go, let go. Let go of the world, let go of your past, let go of your future, let go of all your thoughts and beliefs, let go of your insistence that you understand. Just let go of all of it. Let go of your thoughts that are saving you from the fear that you're going to start to feel when you start letting go. Your body will feel it. You'll be like, whoa, I didn't even know I could feel that kind of fear, right? It's okay. Let those thoughts go that say, I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to become insane. I'm going to abandon my family. I'm going to be non-functional. Those fear thoughts, the more intense thoughts will come when you start to feel the physical fear. Just disregard those thoughts as well. Don't orient even to scary thoughts. Don't orient to pleasant thoughts. Don't orient to scary thoughts. Don't orient to any thoughts. Just keep going. That's it. And it gets very paradoxical because keeping going is also don't move. Don't move your mind. And you'll know everywhere is nowhere. Nowhere is everywhere. Moving forward is standing still. Standing still is moving forward. You'll know what that means intuitively. It's just like obvious. I know it sounds paradoxical, but it's completely obvious when you finally let go of that addiction to thought. As I said, I read many years ago in a book, thought is the disease of the human mind. And that really hit me, kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. It's like, wow. Because I knew thoughts were painful in a way. I knew that there was anxiety associated with thoughts, but I really thought there was some good thing about them too, like some benefit, or we needed them, or I was identified with thoughts, right? And this, as Zen masters tend to do, just said it so explicitly and so directly and ruthlessly that it hit and it was obvious. That's right. Thought is the disease of the human mind. Whether it's necessary or unnecessary, or you'll ever live completely thought-free, doesn't matter right now. Why don't you find out what's beyond thought right now? That you can do right now. That's the idea. The idea that takes you beyond all ideas. So be willing to let go of your framework. Be willing to let go of your framework. You'll feel that at some point. You'll lose perspective, but it's okay. You don't need perspective. I'll show you something way better than perspective.